And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Ginn. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Second down, Bridgewater. Dancing to his left. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw on second down. Stanley. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right.
Looking to throw on second down. Stanley. That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 32 that time. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
Looking to throw. Stanley. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the gun, Stanley. And he lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And Cook has it left side. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Bridgewater on 1st down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. First down, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play.
And facing a 2nd and long. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. To throw on 2nd down, Stanley. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and it's 3rd down.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Justin Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Bridgewater. That'll go as a loss of 5. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
This is taken around the 12. Oh, look at that. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Gun!
Throwing again. Stanley. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Bridgewater. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Toss play, Kamara. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Steps away to his left. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Shaquille Barrett with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Lutz's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter. Or an opener. Whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stanley. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, now look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stanley. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw. Stanley. And that's complete. It's Watson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A give to Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, now look at 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Stanley. Now he's forced out left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Stanley. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Bridgewater to throw it. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Bridgewater. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Bridgewater. That's complete to Meredith. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Again, this is Kamara. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Stanley. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And now it's second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
The give is to Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Stanley throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun on third down, Stanley. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Here we go, gotta go.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Coming left is Kamara. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now a toss, Kamara left side. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. Kamara. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get into all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was just saying, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Kamara. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he got it. The kick is gone, and a fantastic finish here on a Monday night. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for New Orleans, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm